I found this old painted dresser in the trash, and it immediately gave me an idea. It's not very often that an old furniture restoration plays a part in changing your life forever, but this time it did, and to my faithful viewers, I've been keeping a little secret. This story begins just one block from my house, where I stumbled across a pile of trashed furniture, but it doesn't end there. The second chapter unfolds 2,000 miles away on a road trip across the country to the state of California. My name is Barry, and it's good to be with you again. Let's see if you can figure out this story as it develops. From the pile, I brought home the old hutch and the green painted dresser. I found a way to temporarily repurpose the old hutch, so now I'll work on removing the paint from this old dresser. Many of you know this by now. While I do work hard to honor the history of old furniture, the truth is, my work is rarely just about the furniture itself. Each project is a reflection of time, patience, and second chances, both for the piece and sometimes for me. The wood and hardware may be a canvas, but the real story is about growth, resilience, and the connections we make along the way. Regarding my road trip, it's early in the morning and I've left my home state of Wisconsin. I'm now passing through the state of Iowa, and I still have a long way to go. Although I've been planning this trip for several months, at this moment, I can't help but wonder if this was the right decision. I also wondered if this old dresser would in fact be the right project to help tell this story. I have a need for something here at home, and I think this dresser might be the perfect donor piece. For this project, I don't plan to do a complete restoration back to original factory condition. Instead, I want to focus on ways that we can all simply save old furniture like this from the trash and find new ways to repurpose it. I don't plan to reuse these poles, so I'll measure the holes center to center and begin my search for something subtle and practical for daily use. One of the first things I do with any painted furniture piece is test the paint for lead. I'm using these swabs that require a little water, and I'll rub these over the surface for 30 seconds in several areas. To remove the layers of paint, I'll apply a Clean Strips paint remover with a chip brush. I'll let this sit for about 15 minutes before scraping the paint with a plastic scraper. On my journey, I passed through Nebraska and Wyoming, two states I've visited many times. I was sure to make a quick stop at the Salt Flats in Utah before continuing on to my final destination. In one sense, this painted dresser is just a basic, mass-produced piece of furniture from the early 1900s, not worth much once refinished. But what I enjoy about each project, big or small, is the opportunity to sharpen my skills, while at the same time document a part of my own journey, and this project is one more important piece of the puzzle. Well, I made my way through Nevada and into California, stopping at Lake Tahoe not far from my final destination. The trip was both for business and pleasure, and perhaps I'll share a longer version of my experience in the near future. But in a moment, I'll share with you what I brought back with me, and how it ties in with repurposing this painted dresser. To remove the chemical stripper and clean the surface, I'll use No. 2 steel wool and Clean Strips afterwash product. I had several friends visit my workshop over the last few weeks, and many of them, for the first time, helped scrape small sections of paint from this dresser to see just how satisfying this process can be. Some of you may be wondering how I make a living refinishing old furniture that has little to no resale value. It's mostly through sponsored brand deals, so thank you LastFit for making this video possible. By watching the sponsor segment and choosing LastFit, you're choosing to support me and my small business, so thank you. For several years I've been putting miles on my vehicles traveling across the country to chase down old furniture, so I'm excited to partner with LastFit for today's video, because here in Wisconsin, rain, mud, snow, ice, and salt can quickly destroy the upholstery in my vehicles. And for me, it's becoming more important to find the right products that help protect my investments and prolong the life of my tools and vehicles. These LastFit floor mats have already helped protect the floors in my truck. For years I stuck with WeatherTech because honestly I thought they were the best, but recently I made the switch to LastFit, and let me tell you, it wasn't just a small upgrade, it was a game changer. First of all, the fit is incredible. These mats are laser measured specifically for my truck, hugging every curve and corner without that awkward gap that you sometimes get with other brands. They lay flat, don't shift, and the high edges keep all the mud, salt, and slush contained, so no more runoff pooling near the pedals. Compared to WeatherTech, I found that the LastFit mats are thicker and feel more durable under my feet. Most importantly, I've noticed less slipping and more control. LastFit floor mats are often praised for their balance of quality and affordability, making them a strong competitor to the more established WeatherTech brand. So be sure to check the link in the video description to see if LastFit offers products for your vehicle, or visit lastfit.com and use code MCM20 for 20% off your order. Thank you LastFit for making this journey possible. I'll glue up some of the separated dovetail joints on the sides of the drawers, but as I do, it's time to share with you what I brought back from my trip, because I'm going to need your help with one important task. I want you to meet the newest member of the family. He's a 9-week-old Blue Merle Australian Shepherd, and I have specific plans for him that I'll share in the near future. He's already been a great companion for Koda, a rescue I've had for 9 months. At the moment, this guy doesn't have a name, and that's where I need your help. I'd love to hear your ideas in the comments section for this video. So what does all that have to do with the dresser I'm currently working on? Well, my countertops seem to always be piled high with leashes, dog food, toys, and other pet-related items. As soon as I saw this old dresser in the trash, I knew it would be the perfect piece in the house to store all the items I mentioned. This should provide adequate storage while still preserving the natural beauty of the oak on this 100-year-old treasure. I'll use an orbital sander to sand each section from 150 grit to 180 grit, then use a sanding sponge to gently round off any sharp edges. For this piece, I won't spend days picking paint from all the crevices. I just want this to be functional while still preserving its unique character. I found these drawer pulls recently, and although they aren't period correct, I believe they'll be functional for daily use. I'll spray them with a gold lacquer, and once dry, I'll spray on a coat of black lacquer and wipe it off immediately. I hope to give these a worn look, and although I wasn't completely satisfied with this technique, it was an opportunity to try a new method. I think I'll eventually remove these and add period correct drawer pulls when I find some. Here are a few examples of the normal wear and tear I'm hoping to preserve on this well-loved piece. I've chosen not to stain this dresser, but instead just apply a clear protective coat, So I'll cut a cotton rag to wipe on this Waterlocks product. Waterlocks is a wood finish that's been around since the early 1900s. It's based on tung oil, which penetrates into the wood fibers, and is blended with a resin that helps protect and enhance the natural beauty of the wood. I've chosen to keep this passion project short and simple because I'm preparing weekly projects from now until Christmas. My name is Barry, and I can't thank you all enough for your love and support. I especially can't wait for your name suggestions for this newest addition to the family. I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye for now. Try not to pee for like 5 seconds, buddy. Hey, what are you doing? Huh? What's your name gonna be?